Ancient underground tunnels have been discovered in various regions around the world. These structures were believed to have been used by ancient people as storage facilities to endure harsh winters. However, a recently published book in Germany is challenging the conventional academic theories. Dr. Heinrich Kusch, an archaeologist, revealed in his book that thousands of underground tunnels exist across Turkey, the Mediterranean, and northern Scotland. He claims that these vast underground tunnels once connected major cities across Europe like a network. Dr. Kusch stated that around 12,000 years ago, a network spanning the entire European continent already existed. He speculates that this massive tunnel system was used to protect people from attacks by other tribes or natural disasters. He added that excavations are still ongoing and that many other archaeologists share his analysis. Just like today's highways, the idea that ancient tunnels allowed people to travel safely across regions is remarkable in itself. What's even more astonishing is that the level of technology from 12,000 years ago appears to have been far more advanced than previously imagined. Until now, the common belief among scholars studying ancient history was that people at that time didn't even use metal or pottery. However, the continuous discovery of tunnels across Europe is leading some to believe that existing theories may need to be revised. According to Secrets of the Subterranean World, leading to antiquity, these underground tunnel remains are being found beneath hundreds of Neolithic settlements. Judging by the scale of the existing tunnels, it's clear that the tunnel network during its prime was immense. In Bavaria, Germany, tunnel networks as long as 700 meters have been discovered, and in Steiermark, Austria, tunnels stretching up to 350 meters have been found. These underground tunnel systems are known to have formed an underground network across ancient Europe. According to Dr. Kusch, ancient people used these networks to travel more safely across the continent. Although the tunnels are only about 70 centimeters wide, some locations include rooms with benches for resting or rooms thought to have been used as storage facilities. These findings indicate that ancient people possessed the knowledge required to construct complex tunnel systems. Dr. Kusch believes that many old churches scattered across Europe were built over the entrances of ancient underground tunnel networks. He also argued that the Catholic powers tried to conceal this massive underground network from the public, sealing off the entrances by constructing grand churches. In fact, many of Europe's old Catholic churches have symbols suggesting the presence of tunnels, and some entrances are known to have had chapels built over them. It's astounding to think that during an era when the end of the world was still unknown, ancient people were using knowledge, still relevant in the 21st century, to build underground networks. Gobekli Tepe, a site discovered in Anatolia, Turkey, dates back to around 9675 BCE. In other words, the structure was built approximately 11,700 years ago, tracing its origin back to the early Neolithic period. Gobekli Tepe is also one of the best preserved ancient sites, and solving its mysteries could shed light on the vast underground tunnel networks across Europe and the technology used at the time. Ironically, the importance of Gobekli Tepe has only recently been recognized. A project to build a 7 kilometers tunnel through the area was underway, with $12 million already invested. But the construction had to be halted. Gobekli Tepe is now considered one of the most groundbreaking archaeological sites, with some believing that efforts are being made to conceal related research. Gobekli Tepe is thought to have served as a sacred temple in ancient times. The use of revolutionary construction techniques and the absence of farming or livestock traces in the area could overturn the traditional flow of historical development. If ancient people were capable of constructing something like Gobekli Tepe, it suggests that current historical understanding may be flawed. Furthermore, the existence of underground networks across the European continent during prehistoric times supports this notion. Dr. Klaus Schmidt, the leader of the Gobekli Tepe excavation team, married a Turkish woman and settled in the area. He dedicated his life to the excavation of Gobekli Tepe, predicting that the research and digging would need at least 50 more years. The team also believes that an underground city lies beneath the Göbekli Tepe site, Meanwhile, scientists believe that the reason the European continent is connected to such a complex underground networks stems from a comet impact on Earth that occurred in the ancient world. About 12,900 years ago, Earth experienced a sudden drop in temperature and entered an extremely dry period known as the Younger Dryas. This was triggered by an asteroid or planetary object that fell in what is now the Quebec region of Canada. The Younger Dryas that swept across North America had profound effects on both humans and animals. Large mammals such as mammoths, mastodons, and camels went extinct. The event also triggered massive wildfires and drastic changes in atmospheric and oceanic circulation. The North American hunters, known as the Clovis people, abandoned their heavy spears and shifted to a hunter-gatherer lifestyle that relied on roots, berries, and small animals. Scientists from Dartmouth College in the United States found that the geochemical and mineralogical characteristics of spherules discovered in early Younger Dryas, strata in Pennsylvania and New Jersey, matched the rock composition of southern Quebec. They published in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences that this serves as definitive evidence that a large region was affected by an asteroid or planetary impact in Quebec. The presence of spherules, crystalline remnants of molten rock, ejected by the impact serves as a key basis for studies on numerous celestial impact events around the world. The research team stated, "Although we have not yet found the crater caused by the impact, this is the first time we've been able to narrow down the range of the impact that triggered the Younger Dryas. The extreme cold of this period had a profound effect on human history. Even the Natufians in the Near East began to settle and attempt agriculture for the first time due to environmental stress." The classical hypothesis about the Younger Dryas mini ice age has been that it was caused by the melting of North American ice sheets. According to this theory, a massive amount of fresh water was trapped behind ice dams, and when these dams suddenly broke, the water flowed into the Atlantic Ocean. This disrupted the Atlantic meridional overturning circulation, which transports warm water northward from the equator, resulting in a prolonged cold and dry period.